Nebraska is a state that lies in both the Great Plains and the Midwestern United States. Indigenous peoples lived in the region of present-day Nebraska for thousands of years before European exploration. The historic tribes in the state included the Omaha, Missouri, Ponca, Pawnee, Otto, and various branches of the Lakota Sioux, some of which migrated from eastern areas into this region.
On May 30, 1854, the U.S. Congress created the Kansas and the Nebraska territories, divided by the parallel 40 degrees north, under the Kansas-Nebraska Act. The Nebraska Territory included parts of the current states of Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana. The territorial capital of Nebraska was Omaha.
Because so few trees grew on the prairies, many of the first farming settlers built their homes of sod, as had the Native Americans such as the Omaha. In 1912, African Americans founded the Omaha chapter of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People to work for improved conditions in the city and state. Since the 1960s, Native American activism in the state has increased, both through open protest, activities to build alliances with state and local governments, and in the slower, more extensive work of building tribal institutions and infrastructure. Areas under the management of the National Park Service include, areas under the management of the National Forest Service include, climate.
The United States Census Bureau estimates that the population of Nebraska was 1,896,190 on July 1, 2015, a 3.82% increase since the 2010 United States Census. The center of population of Nebraska is in Polk County, in the city of Shelby. The 2010 census showed that Omaha has a population of 408,958.
The city of Lincoln had a 2000 population of 225,581 and a 2010 population of 258,379, a 14.5% increase. Metropolitan class city 300,000 or more, primary class city 100,000 and 299,999, first class city 5,000 and 99,999, second class cities 800 and 4,999, and villages 100 and 800 make up the rest of the communities in Nebraska. The city Isom to Conagra, Mutual of Omaha, Inforza, TD Ameritrade, West Corporation, Vermont Industries, Woodmen of the World, Kiewit Corporation, and the Union Pacific Railroad. When Nebraska became a state in 1867, its legislature consisted of two houses, the House of Representatives and a Senate.
Prior to that ruling, Nebraska was the only place in the world that used electrocution as the sole method of execution. In 2008, the state split its electoral votes for the first time. Republican John McCain won the popular vote in Nebraska as a whole and two of its three congressional districts. The second district, which includes the city of Omaha, went for Democrat Barack Obama. Nebraska has three representatives in the House of Representatives. Jeff Fortenberry are of the 1st District. Nebraska is one of two states with Maine that allow for a split in the state's allocation of electoral votes in presidential elections. Other major railroads with operations in the state are Amtrak, interstate highways through the state of Nebraska, the U.S. routes in Nebraska law and government.
The Nebraska legislature can override a governor's veto with a 3/5 majority, in contrast to the 2/3 majority required in some other states. The state is bordered by South Dakota to the north, Iowa to the east and Missouri to the southeast, across the Missouri River. The state has 93 counties. Nebraska is split into two time zones, with the eastern half of the state observing Central Time and the western half observing Mountain Time. In 2008, the Nebraska Supreme Court ruled that the state's only method of execution, electrocution, was in conflict with the state's constitution.
The easternmost portion of the state was scoured by Ice Age glaciers. Omaha and Lincoln are in this region. Executions in Nebraska have been infrequent. On May 27, 2015, the legislature voted from 30 to 19 to abolish the death penalty in Nebraska, overriding Governor Pete Ricketts' veto.